Okay, what's going on, guys? I'm going to go over the best class. This is the best run and gun M4 class. Think of this like an SMG and M4 hybrid. I'll explain to you exactly what the reasons why I went for stuff, and you can change it depending on how you play. So the first thing is a Tempest. Now, I've not actually tuned it. This COD you can now tune how you want and how you want to affect the gun. To be honest, I've not done too much of that, so I've just left it as default. The reason why you really want the Tempest barrel is because you want that maneuverability. And this is the rest of them, you really lose the movement speed, which is the downside. This is the only one where you get the aim down the sight speed, because when you're running and gunning, let's be honest, you're going to be like jump shooting or jumping through doors and ADSing. So you want the movement speed and you want the aim down the sight. I don't really use any of the rest of them. People still prefer this one, but personally speaking, I would just go with this one. It's personal preference. No muzzle, just because we haven't really got enough slots. Personally speaking, so I just omitted that, so no actual muzzle. And what we've done is for the SHARKFIN. Now this is not a compulsory one, but I've gone with the FSS SHARKFIN. It's the only one that I've unlocked, admittedly, but when I was just testing some stuff out, it does work pretty well. You do get the aiming idle stability as well. Most of the time you're going to be running and gunning, but sometimes of course you're going to be stopping if someone doesn't see you. I've gone with that. You don't have to use it, to be honest, and I'll explain why in a second. For the ammunition, we just left it, no point using that. Now this is an important one. If you know you're the kind of person that likes to get multiple kills, and more than, I would say, 2 kills, and you're very accurate, you can get over 30. But to be honest, if you're playing TDM or you're not playing Search and Destroy, you're playing one of those game modes, I'd recommend a 60 mag, especially ground war. When I'm running into 3 people, 30 bullets is just not enough. So I think you need realistically 60. So ideally try to get 60. That's kind of my go-to. It's up to you. I just prefer 60. The receiver, I just left it on default M4. We're not changing it to an FTAC RECON or anything like that. Now this is also a very important one, the phantom grip. Again, the main reason why being here is that you get the sprint to fire speed. So if you're running and gunning, you're going to be sprinting most of the time, or tactical sprinting, and then you're going to be aiming down the sight. So the ADS is very, very important. So you can of course go with this one. But the reason I've gone with the Phantom as well, you do get that flinch resistance. This is quite important. So that's one of the 2 that I chose. This is probably the most important thing. These stocks are just too heavy and they're too big, and they slow you down a lot. If you want that speed, like an SMG like speed, where you kind of go around the corner and you can aim and jump, as you can see in some of these clips, then you definitely want to go with a demo D50 buffer tube, just because you do get the aim down a sight sprint speed, and you get the sprint to fire speed as well. And if you do like tip fire, you do get that bonus. Then for the optic, you can go red dot sight. Now this would be in theory the best one. If you don't mind, like let's say you don't mind the red dot sight, and you're like, okay, you know what, I want to ideally get, let's say, a different one. I don't mind the iron sights. Then of course you can always put an underbarrel in, or you can put the muzzle in. This is the one that I use, which you get the vertical recoil control, which is actually beneficial, especially if you're running and gunning. It does control the gun quite a bit, but that's what I'd recommend. To be honest, I've not touched too much of this tuning, so I'm not even going to comment on this, but I know you can tune this if you want to, especially with this one, the barrel one. It's going to be very, very interesting to find the exact tuning. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and of course I'll catch you next time.